What is up, Sooner Surge Maniacs? Welcome back to the Double Trouble. Hunter joining me for a second as we wait on Jeremy to pull into a Walmart parking lot as usual on a Tuesday night. Lots to talk about today. Pro Day was today. I've already seen some of the comments. Drake Stoops and his 40 time 4.71, 4.67. Not probably what he probably needed, I would think, for draft. I think he's going to be not drafted, personally opinion. But I've said that before Pro Day, so it's not changing my opinion any. Some guys, Hunter, did really well, specifically Jonah
Really
Olu. Unbelievable Pro Day.
Was looking at Drake Stoops Pro Day, it was very kind of concerning that Oklahoma is going to lose their streak that they've had with at least 4 guys drafted. It seems like every single year. It's been so long. I don't even remember the exact year. It's been a long time since that hasn't happened. And it looked like, okay, this might be the year. And then looking at Jonah Olu, I mean, he placed in pretty much top 10 of every single category of defensive tackles at the combine. Like, that's impressive. Isaiah Cove, 34 reps on the bench press today. Those guys, I think, made
they both had good days.
Very good days. And Stoops, the 40 times disappointing, 100%.
But he's not a fast guy, Hunter. He's quick.
No, he isn't. He's quick. You're right. I think it could have been a little bit better. I know he was getting some tips from one of the scouts before he ran the second one, and then it was a little bit better of a time. So
he's not a 40 guy, though. He's not a guy that's going to – that's not his routes either. He's not going to run down the field for bombs. I mean, that's not –
No, he's not a straightaway guy. Like, for him, honestly, it would have been perfectly fine, I think, if he would have just not ran the 40. Like, Jimmy, his 40 was 4.71 and then 4.67 on his second attempt.
You can be slow or small. You can't be both, Bobby says. Hey, Mark, I would do anything if you could get to where Jeremy's at right now. I know you're in the Tulsa area. Mark,
I don't know where Jeremy
do anything for you to pull up behind Jeremy and scare the living daylights out of him. It would make my night, Mark.
I hope everything's all right with Jeremy, because he texted us at like 9:25, 10 minutes, and it's 9:48 now. Still no Jeremy. So
no Jeremy. He's at Bible study. Maybe it's going a little longer. He'll be joining in a minute, I'm sure.
They must have.
We are live. We are live, Okie Guy. Hey, so a lot to talk about. Pro Day. We can
talk about some of the Drake Stoops stuff going on in the comments.
Yes.
His 40 time was comparable to Wes Welker's. Welker ran a 4.65. And
I understand that, but
style was there. Like, I know Stoops has a lot of things going against him: speed, the size, strength, all of that. But I mean, I think he's one of the best route runners in the country. There's a reason he had as good of a year as he had.
Hunter, the reality is nobody's going to draft. Nobody's going to draft. He'll get unrestricted.
Yes, I think he will be picked up. I don't think he's an XFL guy or USFL is.
He'll make a roster, I think, but it won't be drafted. It won't be drafted. Yeah. Maxwell no-hitter today. Yeah, we're going to get in some softball. I mean, the thing about softball, we could talk Maxwell no-hitter if we want. The thing to talk about with softball right now is Cydney Sanders and what she's doing. Cydney Sanders right now is on a freaking tear. She's on a heater, and she's basically either walking or hit a home run every at bat. It's ridiculous. 10 home runs for the year, 8 in March. Hunter, this is March 12th.
Yeah. There's been a lot of historic home run hitters at Oklahoma. Lauren Chamberlain, Jocelyn Allo, just to name a few. And I don't really remember a stretch with either of them where it was home run, walk, hit by pitch, one of the three. Like, her batting average on last week was, I think, 7, over 700. On the weekend, it was 800, 4 or 5, 4 home runs. Midweek, she had a home run. 2 home runs today, 6 RBIs on the day. It's crazy that she has been able to just continue to drill the ball consistently this month.
Yeah, Retro. Thanks for joining tonight, Retro Ratty. Maxwell and Deal, if they continue, are 1-2 in a championship match. I would agree with that, right? I mean, I don't know if you could really argue that right now. I think those are the.
No, you can't. Will it happen is the question. That's really the.
Hey, and Johnny, I don't doubt that at all. I think that's what Drake Stoops will do. He will prove it. He will make a roster. It just won't be from the draft. He won't get drafted. That I think a lot of OU fans would agree with you on that. Yeah, appreciate that, Monty. Hitting the like chat.
The thing with Stoops, even though didn't have the best pro day today, it's worth noting all 32 teams were in attendance. I will be absolutely shocked if Drake Stoops doesn't have a handful of interviews before the draft with those teams. And maybe somebody takes a chance on him 6th, 7th round. I think the chances are pretty low right now. But, I mean, I will be shocked if he is not on a active roster in 2024.
Hey, the Chiefs would be a great fit. I'm not going to lie. That'd be a great fit.
I want them in Philly. Philly.
Hey, OU does not play LSU in the regular season. LSU's on a streak right now.
Hey, do you think LSU makes the leapfrog next week?
Do I think what?
Do you think LSU gets the leapfrog in the poll this week?
I don't think so. I don't.
They're 23-0 and they just beat Texas, number 2 team in the country.
I mean, they could. I mean, they could, Hunter.
Yeah, but they're playing some really good softball right now.
Texas got up to that number 1 spot and they just started folding, bro. Just started folding.
It's crazy. I thought Texas was clear-cut a top 2 team in the country, and that number 1 pressure broke them.
Hey, the Moser stuff, guys. Listen, what do you want for? And I'm not saying he's leaving or he's staying. I have no clue, but I don't know what he's supposed to say in that situation. He either comes out and says, I'm not leaving, or he comes out and says, I don't want to talk about it. Either way, I don't think we're going to know anything until the season's over. I mean, yeah, he's emphatically saying he's staying. We'll see. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. And they're in a world of hurt tomorrow. For them, if they win tomorrow, I'll be shocked. You don't have Suarez. You don't have Hughley. It's going to be a tall task. They already got beat by TCU pretty handily earlier in the year. We'll see. Gary, not sure what happened to Jeremy.
Hey,
I doubt he got arrested, but
he just texted. He said he'll be on after 10. So maybe he will make it tonight.
He'll make it. He'll join in a minute. Hey, anything else from the pro day, Hunter, that just stood out to you at all?
I was impressed with Stogner's vertical jump.
Yeah, okay. I was waiting for somebody to bring that up.
Stogner impressed me today. I did not expect anything that
he's not getting drafted though.
No, but I was impressed with some of the things Stogner was able to do. 40-wise, I think he ran like a 4.85. Vertical wise,
don't tell Jeremy that, Gary.
If Jeremy scrolls through these comments, thing me and Greg God were talking about, we'll be out our 5.5 already. Over on that.
It won't. Listen, here's what I know for a fact. This is fact. When Jeremy's time on here gets cut short, the Rams get worse. The Rams get worse. He's got to squeeze them all in.
He can't get by without them.
Hey, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go ahead and go to trivia real quick. I have to go to trivia because of the comments. Before we get to trivia, guys, the Fan Stop. Go to thefanstop.com, please. It's great shirts. Subscribe to the Shirt a Month Club. Use code SURGE. You'll get 10% off your first 3 months. They're awesome-looking shirts, and they're new every month. New design. They're officially licensed. They're awesome. Please be a part of that. So I'm going to go ahead and I want to get to this in just a second, Bobby. I really do. But I wanted to go ahead and do the trivia because I saw some things coming in here. But my trivia question has to do with Cydney Sanders a little bit. And the fact that, guys, she is on pace to have an outstanding year in home run totals. What was Jocelyn Allo's highest home run total for a year? The most she hit in a single season at Oklahoma. What was it? Does anybody know? That's the trivia question.
While you guys are getting on Google typing in the chat all of that. I wanted to mention the fan stop, something beyond the shirt of the month. They're doing a giveaway for you guys. In the bio, all the links are in the description that you need. Still have the Toby Keith shirt on there if you want to go check that out as well. But they're giving away a quarter zip for free. All you have to do is fill out the link, and a winner will be selected. Bobby got it tonight.
Bobby got it. 34.
Wait, no, I'm sorry. Jimmy got it.
Jimmy 34. 34 is correct. And Cydney Sanders, she's going to have to stay on a pretty good tear to do that. But right now, I think right now, if I had to pick her home run total for the year, I'd say she ends up with about 27.
I would go 24 right now.
Okay. Hey, let's get to Bobby.
If the tear continues, then that number will go up. But
let's get to Bobby on this. What was the reasoning for that, Hunter?
I don't know. Maybe at class, maybe there's a rule that they don't.
A rule
as well. I don't know, man. It's NCAA. I do not know. I wouldn't be shocked if there was something like that. I thought it was interesting.
I mean, I saw Drake Stoops have to wait for a couple balls today. I mean,
I'm impressed with JP Lossman out there slinging it today. I'll give him that.
Yeah, mess. Marvin Mims, by the way, they got rid of Judy. Mims is going to play a lot this year, and
you would think so.
He's going to have a great year.
Denver, you never know, man. Never know.
Gary said Jackson Arnold was there, but he didn't throw from what I saw.
Yeah, he didn't throw. Lossman was throwing. And Okie Long guy's asking about OU baseball.
Here, let me tell you my opinion, Okie Long guy, what happened to OU baseball. And then Hunter, a more
he might turn off.
Hunter, a more knowledgeable guy, can say it after me. But here's my opinion. Skip Johnson overthinks things. That's what I think. Threw out a guy that's not a starter pitcher, in my opinion. And first inning got lit up.
I would like to see Will Karsten out of the pen more. I think I agree. He's a pitcher that could give you a few good innings out of the pen. Was shocked to see him get the starting role. And it seems like every year, Oklahoma, OSU, at L. Dale, at least once, Oklahoma throws out a clunker. Last year.
Where's Jacob Goldston?
Yeah, I'm wondering the same thing. Was one of the top pitchers in the country out of high school, won Dallas Player of the Year by one of the papers there at Flower Mound, throwing mid-90s, and he's made one appearance, and it was a rough one against Dallas Baptist. And since then, he has not got back in. Would like to see him some. Also would like to see a little bit more of the Wichita State guys. Jace Miner got in. The midweek's interesting right now. I still feel like they're struggling to figure out who that midweek starter is. They gave Grant Stevens an opportunity against DBU. That was a little rough. Wasn't awful. And then you saw him out of the pen this weekend against UCF. So, yeah, still got some things to figure out on that end.
Hey, low-ranking Pat member says, Sid Sanders fantastic this week, but Iowa State and Tarleton not stiff competition. You're right, 100% agree, but still, a home run's a home run. I don't care.
Yeah.
You're right, but
the competition can be weak, absolutely. But to hit 8 home runs in the matter of these last few days, it's just unbelievable.
These people, they're hollering for Jeremy. Alexa, what time will Jerem join? Jeez.
Man, you guys are already saying you don't want a migraine tonight. You're going to get one when he joins.
You're going to get one in about 3 minutes when he pops on.
Yeah, Bobby, Joe Mixon to the Texans. I think that's a good move for him. Like what Houston is building there. And I think that's
meanwhile, my Dallas Cowboys, they can sign a long snapper for a long-term deal.
One of 5 teams right now to not sign an outside free agent.
They they re-signed their long snapper for multiple years.
That's the only move they made. And
anybody
that
that could be true, Mark. Mark, that could be true. Which one are you at, Mark? You need to go up to the Walmart parking lot.
There's going to be a twist.
Please.
There's going to be a twist. He's not going to be at Walmart. He's going to be at like Reese's or something because he's worried about
JP Losman. How long is JP Losman removed from actually playing?
think he's in his 40s, but let me look.
I thought he was too. I mean, I'm in my 40s. I couldn't get out there and
He's
throw the
43 years old.
43?
Yeah, and last time he was on a roster was in 2011.
Hey, kudos to JP Losman. I'd be icing my arm for 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he's icing the shoulder, maybe a little bit of heat. Hey, he might have went through the treatment facilities today at the
Jimmy
stadium.
Jimmy just turned his volume down. His rants are awesome, he says.
You'll probably still hear him at normal volume levels, Jimmy.
Gotcha, Mark. Too far away. Yeah, maybe the Cowboys will be all right when Jerry leaves. That's correct. Hey, what's the percentage of OU basketball wins tomorrow?
I mean, I'm not going to say 0, but I'm going to say 0 with a decimal and a lot of low-digit numbers after it. I don't think it happens. Very tough to win with just how they've been playing, and then you take out their best player over the last few weeks, Rivaldo Soares.
And don't forget, McCollum.
Yeah.
2 games ago, he didn't play. Last game, okay, but he didn't really do much because he was coming off that injury. So they're just banged up, man. They're very banged up.
Yeah, it's happening at the worst time. They've been inconsistent most of the year, and then just adding in these injuries down the stretch. Rivaldo Soares, it hurts bad to not have him. He had the ankle injury, came back and was massive in that Bedlam game, and then back to another injury for him. You just have to hope he's able to get it under control by round 1 of March Madness if they are to make it.
Mark, when Jerry leaves, his son gets him.
I think Stephen Jones could shock some people and be somewhat decent if he doesn't have the.
I think he's a lot better than Jerry.
Yeah, I do too. I think he kind of knows that he doesn't know it all and can kind of allow the team to operate in other ways other than him having his hands over everything.
Chester, I understand what you're saying on Dolby, although I don't think Dolby's going to be the starter at Cheetah. I mean, I get it. I mean, he played great when he did it, but I don't think they used him the same at Cheetah as they were using other guys. It was more blitzing. Yeah, a lot different. So I don't know. We'll see.
And also, like when Peyton Bowen was really healthy, you also saw it where they would both be in. So one of them's Cheetah, one's in that nickel role. So I think you're going to see guys get rotated there, though.
Hey, and Colin, I saw the videos too. I see what you're saying, but let me also preface it by saying this. The OU video department's going to put out what they want people to see. And the reason it was a 30-second video. Well, I know, but what I'm saying, if you don't remember, do you remember last year? A lot of Freeman footage. A lot.
Well, that was from everybody. Like that was anytime available. Freeman was talked about and talked extremely highly by everybody. I wouldn't too much from a short video.
How come we're not hearing Bowen as much on Cheetah this year?
I don't know. Maybe it's safety for him. I'm not sure. It's hard to keep Peyton Bowen off the field. When he was healthy, he was very, very good in those first 6 games.
And I felt like they did move him around a lot last year. I kind of would like them to figure out what position he's going to play. And
that was what was so impressive with him. He was playing so well as a true freshman, 5-star or not. It's hard to play as a true freshman, and it's hard to play when you're getting moved around constantly. He was not playing one position. I mean, he came in as a safety, and he's playing Cheetah. And just be able to seem like every time he was in, he was making a positive play for the defense.
Hey, and Jeremy's not on here yet. He should be joining any second. But what I was going to say on this comment is Deshaun should be edge rusher. I don't understand. Chester, what I would say is I think Jeremy's mentioned him playing defensive end or whatever. I think Deshaun should be the same role they used Eric Stryker in, which was basically blitzing off the edge. Now, he didn't play defensive end, but that's what they used him for. And if you're wanting to say that Deshaun should be in that type of, that type of play where he's always coming off the edge, I'm not arguing that. I would agree with that. Now, is he a defensive end and a true defensive end? I don't think he can be. I don't think he's big enough. But I think he can come off the edge quite a bit.
That was one that I was a little shocked he didn't put on a little more weight. I think he went up 3 pounds from the last roster update till this one from yesterday. Deshaun's interesting because if you can get him to figure out coverage, he is 6'5", 222 pounds.
But it's not just about figuring it out. You also have to be able to cover.
Yeah, exactly. That's just what I'm getting at. Like, I see why they are trying to get him into that cheetah role, because if he knocks down the coverage part, I mean, you have a guy at 6'5", pretty quick, running around in the middle of the field making plays. Like, that's what every coach dreams of.
Mark, that comparison is actually pretty good, because if you remember, Nick Benito used to play linebacker. First few years at Oklahoma,
I would like what you said, like what Chester said, rush him off the edge. I would like to see Deshaun rushing off the edge with 3 down linemen.
Yeah.
That's what I would like to see.
Yeah. Bobby brings up the salaries that were posted after their meetings, the Board of Regents. Yeah. Bill Beatenbo's going to
Very deserving.
I mean, look how many guys he's put in the NFL. And I know the big knock on him has been recruiting, but the 24 class was really good. And guys, I'm just the 25 class is going to be really stinking good. So just Ron.
How's it going, Ron?
Good to have you. How's Ron doing tonight? Dropping the Mosers leaving every night. Appreciate it, Ron. Yeah, BB earned it. What did you think about Zach Alley?
I mean, I'm not shocked by it.
He's calling the plays, is he not, for that?
I think he's a lower paid defensive coordinator. I think he could have been paid more. He's a first-time defensive coordinator at the Power
but look who he's getting a lot more than some of the other guys.
Well, he's the defensive coordinator.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He needs to be calling plays.
I agree. But, I mean, his title is co-defensive coordinator. That's going to come with a lot of money. Like, you're
okay, but let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. If he's co-defensive coordinator with Todd Bates, but he's making more than Todd Bates.
He's not making more, is he? I thought Todd Bates.
I thought it was 50,000 more. But what I'm saying by that is, the reason I'm saying that is I think the reason he's paid more is because he's calling plays. That would be my guess. Now I don't know.
Yeah, he is getting $50K more.
So I would think that's because he's calling plays.
Yeah, I would think so too.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that was great to see Hannah Core with the bomb tonight. And Kenzie Hansen, I think, might be under the weather. She didn't play either game, and I don't even know if she was in the dugout. But I'm not positive on that. But, man, Riley Ludlam, she can swing it, that's for sure. He has not spoken yet. I'm sure he will soon, hopefully, because I'd love to hear him talk.
You would think, but he's been announced as defensive coordinator at Oklahoma, or been reported as it for over 2 months now. So,
yeah, So he has not spoken yet, Lori. Beaver will build the scheme. Allie will call plays. I think it'll be a combo of both. I think BV and Allie will build the scheme. I think Allie will call plays, but also with BV vetoing things. There it is. Hansen was stick and was stayed home. Correct. So, and Ludlam stepped in and did what she's supposed to do. I mean, that's why they got Ludlam, man. Ludlam.
A 2 RBI single in the second game.
3 for 3. So great performance by her. And Cydney Sanders was in the batting order where she needed to be, cleanup. Right now, she needs to be batting cleanup.
Yeah, Riley Ludlam, though, has been one of the most surprising players. Didn't really know what you would get with that transfer, and has been so well that, I mean, if Cydney Sanders wasn't, doing what she's doing right now, she might be
Yeah.
starting first base. Like, that is, I think, a good problem for Patty Gasso to have, trying to figure out who to play there.
Well, look who's there. Jeremy Mars was getting worried about you. He says, Jeremy don't love us anymore.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry about the ads, guys. We can't control him. So he's a ghost, Mark says. No, he showed up. Walmart parking lot, Germ. People are saying you're afraid of Okie Lawn Guy.
Okay, let's. Do you want me to start yelling as soon as I get on here, Jay? Or really?
Well, we figured you would. We figured you would.
What's this deal about?
Jen says
Hanson
hi.
What's this deal about Hanson and Ludlam going down?
What?
Retro Raggy says, if Hanson and Ludlam both go down, what do we do?
Well, I don't think they're both going to go down, but Hanson was under the weather tonight.
Yeah, that's all it was. I believe Torres has caught before, has she not?
Jackson says you're not afraid of anybody. Jerem, Mark was looking for you in the Walmart parking lot. Can't find you.
Is he really in the Walmart parking lot right now?
Yes.
You lie.
No, Mark's there.
I'm here right now.
Mark's
Getting
there.
ready to turn my camera on. Right by out by lawn and garden.
Mark's waiting on you.
Where's Mark?
Scared
What's
of
Mark
your
driving
shadow.
today?
Scared of his shadow.
What's Mark driving today?
I don't know. He's not there, but he's in Tulsa area. But hey,
what's the news, Jay?
What'd you think of Pro Day today? Drake Stoops.
Exactly what I thought.
Yep.
Wasn't surprised at all.
Mark's flashing his lights. Hey, if you see Mark, flash your lights at him. He said.
I don't see anyone flashing lights. So.
Just flash your lights.
No one's flashing lights here, Jay.
Chief Teber says, I imagine we could have multiple soft players go down and replace him with super and after super stud. Yeah. I mean, really the talk of the day, Pro Day we talked about, and then softball, just Cydney Sanders dominated again, 2 home runs. And then tomorrow, no Suarez, no Hughley. So going to be a tough task.
Drake Stoops ran a 4.68.
4.71 and 4.67.
Yeah, his best one was 4.67. I thought it was 4.68.
Hey, Hunter, can you drop Reggie's in there? I didn't see it.
Jay, Stoops in his interview said all he needs is an opportunity.
I know.
That's all he needs. That's all he needs. And I'm not worried about Drake Stoops getting an opportunity.
Braden, he did good in like the 3-cone drill and his route running, but the 40s, and here it is. We talked about this earlier in the show, Jeremy. He's not a 40 guy. He's not going to run straight down the field on a fly route. So
no, it's not his game, Jay. He's quicker than any. He's quick.
Reggie ran a 4.67 too.
Hey, let me just say this: you saw him at the was it the Shrine Bowl practice, whatever bowl game? Listen, I don't care how fast or not fast he is. You just like Jace Jones says, if he's breaking ankles, it doesn't matter how fast he is. Straight line speed.
Hey,
he's breaking ankles.
I got a question for everybody on here. Everybody on this live, I got a question. Am I wrong with this? But did OU make a mistake last year in moving Jonah Luolu to the middle? Should they have left him on the edge?
I don't think so, Jay.
Did you see what he did today?
Yes, I did.
I think he could have been great on the edge, man.
Well, you already know my thoughts about Bothroyd and Ford, so I mean, I would have loved him over either one of those two, but I thought he did well this year in the middle.
Yeah, or should have done it sooner and moved him to the middle sooner, and maybe that's more of the thing that should have happened.
Maybe
he had a really good day, made himself some money today.
Yep.
So,
guys, every week it's the shadow behind Germ. Just deal with it. Jeez.
Yeah, my point is, and Jonah will get drafted. My point being that I think he would have been really disruptive on the edge. And not that he wasn't in the middle, but I think they could have used him on the edge. That's all I'm saying. I think he was really good.
Teresa's bringing up Jocelyn Erickson.
Yeah. Starting catcher.
Look, I promise you there's a few on the OU softball team who have caught in their lifetime.
Correct.
And I don't know why we're talking about it because Kenzie Hanson's not out, neither is Riley Ludlam.
Well, Kenzie Hanson was out tonight, but
sick. She was sick, under the weather.
Correct.
It was Carleton State, okay? Carleton State. Carleton College.
Tarleton.
Tarleton, yes. Yeah, I'm glad Sweat's gone a little more than Xavier Worthy. Xavier Worthy hurt OU 2 years ago. He did not hurt OU last year, really.
Stephenville. I think they're talking about Michael Myers from Oklahoma. We already did trivia. Don't have to worry about trivia, Jeremy. Already knocked it out, man.
What was it, Jay? Did I know the answer?
I don't know. Do you? Let's see if you know. Let's see how good you are, Jeremy.
I'm probably not going to get it.
Let's see how good you are. What is the most home runs Jocelyn Allo hit in a single season?
Oh, geez. I don't know that exact number.
What?
In the 30s?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I'd say 37. How about that?
34.
Pretty doggone close, bud.
Drake can't touch Wes Welker. He could actually return punts and kickoffs. That's what Cracker Mike says. Listen, Drake Stoops will probably not get drafted, but I think he will make a roster. Okay.
Well, Cracker Mac, I disagree. He could absolutely be a Wes Welker.
Jeremy, any chance? What did you think of J.P. Losman throwing today instead of Jackson?
Well, Hunter and I were talking. Is there a rule that current players are not allowed to throw?
I'm not sure on the rules, so I don't know.
Hunter and I were just wondering if there was a rule of some kind that, and maybe Jackson Arnold was in class.
He was out there. I saw pictures or something of him out there, but Welker's 40 time was very similar. I think it was like 4.69, maybe. It was right there with Stoops. Yeah, Mess said there is a rule.
That's what Hunter and I were talking about.
Well, there you go. Well, then they got a great one with J.P. Losman throwing, So,
yeah, I mean, I can't believe we're a little over a month away from this thing happening, this spring game. It's probably, Jay, the most highly anticipated spring game.
You can't say that. How are you saying that? The last two have been.
I didn't even finish. Let me finish before you interrupt me.
I don't have to let you finish when I hear something dumb come out of your mouth.
I won't say it.
When I hear something dumb come out of your mouth, I can stop you. Okay?
Okay, whatever, dude.
Thank me later. Go ahead. Finish it. I don't care.
Can I?
Yeah.
Am I allowed to, Jay?
Go.
Oh, yeah, I am because I own you. Never mind.
You don't own me, by the way. Whatever.
It's the most highly anticipated spring game since BV's first year. And then prior to that, probably Bob Stoops, maybe first year.
So now you change it to third or fourth highest or most anticipated?
Third in the last 20 years.
Hey,
is a big deal, Jay.
Tomorrow's OU basketball game is the most anticipated Big 12 tournament game, probably since last year and the year before.
I didn't say that. So
last year and the year before. Okay.
Whatever, Jay.
Jen, I'm just playing around with him.
Why did someone say 2? Hunter, glad he wasn't 1 earlier. We bet way too low. Let me guess. For the first 29, I can see you smiling. For the first 29 minutes, people in the chat are talking about how many times I'm going to get riled up.
No, it was actually the first 5 seconds of the show that was what was dropped in the comment. Bingo.
What was? I'm good, guys. Hey, think about this, everybody, especially Hunter and Jay for a second. You're wondering how many times I'm going to get riled up?
I'm not
and
wondering.
That's what's driving the comments right now?
I'm not wondering.
Wow.
I'm not wondering. I know what's going to get you riled up. Hey, you're right, KJK33. We got to be better representing basketball.
Who's we?
OU fans.
What do you
mean?
KJK33, let me ask you this. What do you mean when you say we got to represent better? I love basketball. I've gone to several games this year. I'm passionate about it. I'm not happy with it. Okay?
Well,
not happy with it. I won't be happy with it tomorrow either.
Hey, what about all the baseball fans? Should they not show up to the next home game? They got drilled by OSU. I guess they shouldn't show up. That's what people say about OU basketball.
Mez, I don't think Porter would come on for an interview, but Jay can try to get him on here.
I've tried. Believe me. He's probably watched your nonsense and not, hey, look at
my
this.
nonsense.
What do you think about this comment? I'm completely shocked that Stoops only did 8 reps. What did you think about that?
Does he need to do more, Jay?
Hey, Ricky, don't say that because that's going to go right to Jeremy's head.
No, it isn't. And there's been several games that were rocking this year.
I know, but consistently there's not.
Jay, you've got to win. You've got to win and you got to put a good product on the floor, Jay.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that.
I love Sam Godwin as far as what he represents. Can't throw him out there 32 minutes a game, Jay.
Who are you going to throw out there, Jeremy?
Play more at the 5 tomorrow.
Jeremy, if they play it big, they'll get destroyed. Okay.
I don't care. You go small ball. Here's what I can't stand about people when they talk about like what you just did, Jay. About, well, you can't do that because big men. I don't give a rip about a big man. There's not many of them. Make them guard you small. How about that?
Hey.
You got to defend your butt too.
Hey, where was I? Johnny. Thanks for joining tonight, Johnny. Serious question, fellas. What going to happen with Oklahoma's building a new basketball arena or putting a few million to McCaslin Fieldhouse? I don't think they'll do McCaslin. I think they won't do that. I think the best chance would be a new arena, and I'm not sure if it'll happen. I just don't know. I'm not so.
They need to do the
McCaslin, but what?
They need to do the McCaslin thing.
I don't think they'll put money into McCaslin.
And you wouldn't have to put a few mil. You could probably put $1 million into McCaslin, and it would be great. But here's the deal. No arena, no money. You saw what George Stoya put out today about the salaries of the coaches that OU is 7th in the SEC.
Yeah, I did see that.
So they're 7th in the SEC in football coaches. They don't have money to build an arena. Like, what's going on?
I guess fans aren't paying enough for the collectives.
Exactly. Fans need to pony up and pay more.
No,
for
but
the
listen, the fans don't pay for the coaches' salaries. So
I know they don't, Jay. I was being facetious and making a comment about that.
Why do you keep looking over your shoulder?
I'm not looking over my shoulder.
Okay.
Car just drove by. McCaslin, Monty, probably the best atmosphere of the year this year was McCaslin. You put $500,000 into McCaslin, it's beautiful.
$500,000 and it's beautiful. Have you ever remodeled a house?
Jay, you don't have to tear it down to its bones.
$500,000 is not going to do much of anything to that place.
The mathing. Okay, Hunter.
Is Deal the ace next season?
Hey, Retro,
yes.
Deal may be the ace this season.
Could be this season.
Maxwell pitched really good today.
Are you asking if y'all saw when Sampson came back with Hollis and Quantas?
Yeah, I love Hollis and Quantas. I absolutely love them.
Hope they win the whole thing this year.
My favorite years of watching OU was Hollis, Quantas, Ace McGee, Darian Selvey, Johnny Gilbert,
how about Jabari Brown?
Tim Heskett. Anyway.
Yeah, Tyler remodeled his kitchen for 100, or he remodeled.
And if you remodel a kitchen for $150K, you can remodel McCaslin for $500. It's not that much bigger than kitchens.
Maxwell, no hitter, Jeremy.
I saw. Hunter, I was joking. Learn it.
Nobody knows when you're joking, Jeremy. You're the guy like the little boy that cried wolf, man.
Ebby Raw. Great. Number 2.
I got a name for you, Austin Johnson.
You loved Austin Johnson.
I did like Austin Johnson. How about this guy right here?
Alex Spalding.
How about Blake Johnson?
Blake Johnson, yes. Alex Spalding.
Tim Heskett.
Heskett didn't miss an open three.
Jeremy, Tim Heskett number, go.
14.
Yep, got it.
Oh, yeah.
How about Calvin Curry?
Calvin Curry, number 44. He could shoot lights out. Guys, I was being facetious. I originally said 1 million because the comment was.
Well, hey, wait a second. How come you say you're being facetious, but when I argued it, you go, yes, you can?
The original comment was a few million. I said 1 million. I said, actually, probably for 500,000 you could, but.
Yeah, 4 mil minimum, probably.
I don't think so. Whatever. Trevor Knight throwing. Please, Gray God. It does not cost 10 mil to renovate McCaslin.
Jeremy, it would cost a lot of money, dude. So.
Okay, maybe. I still say that's what you do instead of building a new arena. You got it there.
Look at Gray God. Look at Gray God. He's correcting himself because he knows you're going to call him out on his grammar.
Is that what you were talking about earlier, Jay?
No, but that you were going to call him out, so he corrected it, man. Wait, Gray God's on it, man. On it tonight. Yeah, need another big for sure. They were picked dead last in the Big 12, Jeremy.
I never said that. I think the whole problem with basketball is they got all the way up to number 8 in the country.
But they were picked. I mean, they shouldn't have been put that high, Jeremy.
Well, you're not top 8 overhyped to where you're not a tournament team. Which, by the way, I still think if they lose tomorrow to TCU, they're done.
They're in.
You heard it here first. I think they're in. If they get killed, they're done.
Well, so now it's they get killed. First, you said if they lose. Which one is it?
I don't think they're a lock, Jay.
And Gary, I'm kind of, that's my argument too, Gary. Like, if you're not going to fill Lloyd Noble, do you think that here's my serious question to y'all out there. I do think they need a new arena, okay? But do you think a new arena, they would fill it consistently? I say no.
Where it is,
no,
the size of it, and who's playing in it.
Yeah, it depends on who they play, Jeremy, just like it does now.
Jay, how many go to a gymnastics event?
I don't know. Probably about as much as many as it goes to a basketball game. They're not.
So it's not the arena. It's the product.
No, it's
yes.
No,
it's not the product. Gymnastics, it's the product, Jay.
It's not the product, dude.
It is.
Jeremy,
it absolutely is.
It's not the product. It's because the fans just don't support it like they do football. They don't.
Or gymnastics.
They do gymnastics just pretty well, but it's hard to get 8,000-9,000 people at a gymnastics meet, Jeremy.
No, they go to them.
I'm in Arkansas, and they sell that one out a lot.
I just think product. If it was a product, it would be good.
It would be good when they play Kansas and OSU or play the big schools, but it would not. What do you mean Arkansas is not OU? Yeah, answer that question for me, Hunter, because you're walking right into a trap door, buddy. Answer it. Arkansas is not OU in what reason, Hunter? I know what you're getting ready to say. What do you mean OU gymnastics is a different breed? What I said was Arkansas sells it out. Hunter, that's what I said. Arkansas sells it out.
Sells what out? Gymnastics?
Yes.
And?
I don't know what Hunter's arguing here.
OU's gymnastics is number 1 in the country.
No, I said they sell it out. Arkansas sells it out, is what I was saying.
Well, regardless, I'm just saying, if OU's men's basketball team was top 8 all year this year, it would have been sellouts every night.
Not on weeknights.
I do think it would have. Gary, you're right. If they did that, they could sell it out every night, 7K. And it would be really, really loud in there.
What about this, what Gray God says? Is he wrong? I don't think he is.
Basketball has become an afterthought. Well, tell Kentucky that. Jay, I'll say this. It's going to probably, and it may hurt some people's feelings that are on the comments here. Take the season tickets away from the football donors who don't go to the games, and you have a better crowd.
Football or basketball?
There's so many people that don't show up to the basketball game, It's part of like it used to be anyway, part of their season football ticket package. Not part of their football, but point things, and there's all kinds of weird things. I don't know if it's still like that, but that's why a lot of the low bowl seats are not taken, and people move down to sit there.
And here's part of the problem too: is it's not like a quote, I would say like a college town where all your fans are. You got a lot of the surrounding areas. They also go to Thunder games. It's just I don't think it'll ever be what you want it to be as a college basketball town. I don't.
Hey, Colin, let's say this too. OU's not where it needs to be as a football crowd. Yeah, sure. They sell out every game. They're not that loud. It's not that raucous. There's people telling you to sit down. It's ridiculous. I'm talking OU football now, guys.
Yeah, I got told.
Everyone who wants to say that OU football is on the level, and I know there's some on Twitter. I won't say the names. There's some on Twitter that say things like OU football is on the same level as some of these SEC schools in fan base. It's not. It may be in number. It is not. And how raucous it is. It is not an atmosphere. It's not. It's not comparable yet.
It's not to a lot of some of the SEC schools. You're right. Yeah, I think you meant to say Farrell Center, $7K, and it's a great facility. Yeah, tailgating's got to get better. I think it got better last year, but it's still nowhere it needs to be.
And it's just not tailgating. It's in the games. It's people are there. People are there to just it's their entertainment on a Saturday. They're not passionate. Get passionate.
We got to stand up. KJK33 says. Bobby says too conservative going to SEC. They will learn, and I think it will be because let's look at OU in the Big 12. What road environment would you say in the Big 12 is considerable to an SEC opponent on the road, like the big dogs, like Alabama, LSU?
The only thing that I would say is remotely close to an SEC environment. One, I'm going to say the Red River rivalry.
But it's different because it's a split crowd.
I get you, Jay, but I think it's
a road
similar.
Environment.
I think that's similar.
It's Lubbock times 10 would be it.
Yeah, if you want to say Lubbock times 10, but not Lubbock.
Hey, no, but that type of fan.
Someone on here, and I agree, Johnny. That's why I said Red River rivalry. It's the only one. Someone on here mentioned Alabama coming to town. Look, those teams coming to OU, it's going to automatically, organically, naturally, whatever you want to say, people are going to be more raucous. That's going to help immensely. No one gets that oohed and awed about Baylor coming to town. You will with these squads.
That's right. And even in the first year, it's going to be even hyped more because it's new. The rivalries are new. You know what I mean? It's not like here comes Texas Tech.
OU fans need to lose their ever-loving minds at football games.
Yeah. I agree, Hunter.
And Mark, you're not wrong. You ain't wrong.
Yeah, but you know what? There's ways around. I mean, listen, you guys are silly if you don't think you don't have that at Alabama too. It's just the majority. You're going to have that everywhere you go. But the ones
and there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it either.
Yeah, a lot of them are really loud.
Yes. Hey, I lose my mind every night at 9:30, and I do it every night. Every day I watch OU sports. I'm passionate. 11 a.m. doesn't help. Hey, I agree 11 a.m. doesn't help, but also, come on. I get that. I hate that excuse. I agree night games are better, but OU, Texas is 11 a.m., and it doesn't bother the loudness there.
Look at that. And that's well put, I think.
Hey, does OU, Texas, 11 a.m. affect how loud it is, Jay? No. So that can't be the only excuse.
Yeah, but look, you take half the ones that are at Norman normally are not down at the Red River rivalry. Only your probably rabid fans are going to Red River rivalry.
Agreed.
That's what Mess put in there. So,
well, I got to run in the grocery store, Jay.
Oh, you win tomorrow?
Man, I want to say it's March Madness. It's Porter Moser magic time. I don't think they're beating TCU without Rivaldo Suarez. They might surprise me, Jay. They need to win it.
It'd be nice. I mean, Porter.
Here,
on the
I got a
day,
prediction for you, Jay.
Porter did not want to talk about it.
You ready, Jay?
Yeah.
Coming out party tomorrow, Mr. Caden Cooper.
Oh my gosh, dude! You are so ridiculous.
You heard it here first, Sooner fans.
I'm going to say something.
He better play and play a lot.
Hey, that's not happening because he won't play at all. But let me tell you who will have the game of the year for him tomorrow.
Let me guess. Otega
Oweh.
I am so done with the Otega. He's had chance after chance. Jason,
what?
Have you watched him shoot?
Your camera's shaking. What?
He's got a hitch in his shot. He pauses at the top. It's atrocious.
It was at the beginning of the year too, and he was pretty good.
He can't drive. He walks.
I think Otega Oweh has a great game tomorrow. That's my opinion. Okay, I can have my own opinions. You can't tell me.
Okay, here's my opinion.
I can have.
If Otega Oweh struggles, which I think he will, that kind of means to see who he is. If he struggles, Jay, Suarez isn't there. You have to go to Caden Cooper. Let him cook.
I'm going to be working tomorrow and trying to watch it. But if I dare get a text from you 30 seconds into the game and ask me where Caden Cooper is, I may lose it because that's what you do every game. Where's Caden Cooper? Jeremy, did you know something? Tomorrow's postseason. The regular season's over. He hasn't played. He's not playing. Wake up. Jeez. He's not playing this year, dude. Wake up.
He may have to play. Suarez is out. He plays the same position. Otega Oweh played one game.
We'll see.
That was good. It was USC, correct.
YouTube short if I lose. Yeah.
Hey, go check out my YouTube short last year about this time on Porter Moser.
Hey,
it was straight up legit.
Hunter, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the portal opens in basketball in 6 days. Am I right on that?
Yep, and OU will have half of their guys in the portal.
6 days, the portal opens, baby. So
he's a good body. He's a good athlete. Absolutely is. He'll check out at the combines, I promise you.
Germ, safe travels home the rest of the way, however far you have to go tonight.
Appreciate the Super Surge Maniacs.
Appreciate everybody joining us tonight.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Hey, if you haven't checked out the fan stop, go do it. Use code SURGE, get 10% off your first 3 months. Hunter said earlier, he talked about it a little earlier about the free giveaway they're giving. Make sure you sign up for that. Gonna be a great day tomorrow. Hopefully OU gets a W. Great day today. You know, Sooners sweep in softball as we all expected. Cydney Sanders, 2 more bombs. Pro day went pretty good for a few guys. And there it is, guys. Your Tuesday evening Sooners shirt. What?
I was KJK. Stuff like that, y'all. We need him. All right.
Huh?
We'll see y'all tomorrow night. Boomer.
Sooner.